What is crazy about this space is that a lot of people are just looking at this space as a get rich quick scheme. When in all actuality, if we really look at what's going on around crypto, it is becoming the new system for pretty much everything of value around us to be moved, to be settled, to be transacted. And it's really crazy when you take a step back and just look at the technology that is in this space. And then you look at what the governments and the organizations around the world are doing right now to embrace this technology as well. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, if you guys are not already following me on all social media platforms, go down in the description below to make sure that you guys are following me to stay up to date on everything. And also join the free Discord. There's over 6,000 plus members in that Discord. There's a ton of free information, ton of guides, exit strategies, things like that to make sure that you guys are not only dominating these crypto cycles, but also setting yourselves up for financial freedom. So let's start off with this post I made the other day. And I said, one day the world will go to sleep on antiquated rails and wake up where everything looks the same, but is running on the same digital rails. Now, UI is a big thing. The second that everyone's bank apps and their payment apps and everything that they're utilizing is updated, and on the back end, that's what changes. To DLT, to blockchain, it's almost like when your phone takes an upgrade and it has AI on it, okay? People don't even realize it. People don't even know it, but they're utilizing it. It's like anything. The internet. Most people don't know how the internet actually works. They just know that if they go on to Google Chrome or any browser and type in, this, that, whatever, they're going to that web page. It's the same exact thing with crypto and blockchain and DLT. Once payments become so fast and everything is moving in, a very quick way, it's settled in, a couple seconds, almost near instantly at a fraction of a penny, they're not going to question how it works. They just know that it's working great. And I even said mass adoption of new technology overnight, where payments settle in near instant time at a fraction of a penny. It might seem like a fairy tale to most, but we are already witnessing the change in a very small way, and very soon it will be too big to ignore. This is why I continue to focus on the projects being handpicked by the elites and the largest organizations, and I just mentioned a few. So as we really look at this, let's talk about this. So we have over here from the BIS, June 14th, Embracing Diversity and Advancing Together, results of the 2023 BIS survey on central bank digital currencies and crypto. They found that 94, up 1% from 2023, 94% of surveyed central banks are now exploring a central bank digital currency. This is becoming a reality. A lot of people don't realize what a CBDC actually is. It is a stablecoin issued out by the government. We will have stablecoins issued out by private companies like Ripple, for an example, and then we will also have stablecoins issued out by central banks, aka CBDCs and stablecoins. So many overlook what an actual CBDC really is. They don't understand it, they don't get it, and that's okay. But once you learn what it actually is, you can see what's really going on here. Now, recently, Russia was starting to utilize a CBDC for cross-border payments. This is focused on 2025. It got announced on June 11th. Building on top of that, Putin wants to speed up deployment of Russia's CBDC. So it was originally 2025. Now it's potentially 2024. When we really look at what's going on here, CBDCs, cross-border payments, acceleration of utilizing digital assets and digital technology, it is a hot topic right now. It's a spotlight that everyone should be looking into, reading about, researching, studying. Now, what's interesting about all of this, all right, is back when the US announced their sanctions on Russia, and this is where a few things kind of get interesting. It was March 8th when we announced sanctions. Okay? The next day, literally 24 hours later, we got Executive Order 14067, March 9th, 2022. Look at this. This is titled Ensuring Responsible Development of Digital Assets. It is fully discussing CBDCs, digital assets, growing development and adoption of them. And even down here, we have the United States has an interest in responsible financial innovation, expanding access to safe and affordable financial services, and reducing the cost of domestic and cross-border funds, transfers, and payments, including through continued modernization of public payment systems. We must take strong steps to reduce the risk that digital assets could pose to consumers, investors, and business protections, financial stability, and financial system integrity, combating and preventing crime and illicit finance, national security, and the ability to exercise human rights, financial inclusion and equity, and climate change and pollution. This is all through the use of digital assets, regulating them, implementing them, and integrating them into the United States financial system. That's what their end goal here is. And CBDCs are a priority when it comes to the US. 24 hours after they announced sanctions. Why? Well, because they anticipated that Russia was going to start to do what they were going to do, which is launching a CBDC, utilizing crypto for cross-border payments as well. July 30th, we got the news that Russia approved their law allowing use of crypto for global payments as it faces ongoing sanctions. This is what the US knew. This is what the US's plan was. Make sure and let's accelerate that Russia is going to utilize a CBDC or crypto. Then, once we are ready, once Russia launches, that's when the US will say, all right, we need to combat this. We're going to utilize a stable coin. That's what they're going to call it. They're going to call it a stable coin so that people don't get up in arms about a CBDC because, oh, we don't want a CBDC. No, they're going to announce a stable coin to combat what Russia is doing. And they're going to say, our stable coin is the strongest ever. It's going to be this, going to do that, whatever. They're going to build it up. And it's all based around problem, reaction, solution. That's all this is. And they already built out the infrastructure for it. FedNow. A lot of people thought that FedNow was the stepping stones towards a CBDC. Now, of course, we heard from, Jerome Powell at the Fed. Oh, no, it's not a stepping stone towards a CBDC. No, it's not. Like, this isn't what a CBDC is going to be. We don't even care about a CBDC. That's what they said. Over here we have, with FedNow being in the books, is CBDC considered a dead issue now? Now, this got posted on July 31st. Fed Chair Powell says CBDC does not come up at all within the committee. No one here has decided that we think it is a good idea yet. Check this out.
With FedNow being in the books for a little over a year, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about central bank digital currency, and wondering if you could give us an update on where things are with that. Is that considered a dead issue now? Is it still something that's being discussed within the committee, and what's happening with that?
It's not something that comes up at all in the FOMC. So more broadly, digital finance is an area that has really significant implications for payments generally, instant payments, and it's something that's going to really change the way it's going to make more efficient and hopefully safer and all those things the way payments are made around the world. And so we have people who are researching that and trying to keep up to speed because we play an important role in the payments sector, both as a convener and as an operator too. In terms of a CBDC, there's really nothing new going on. There's not much going on at all. We don't have the authority to issue a retail CBDC that's available to the public. We're not seeking that authority. So what we're doing is keeping up with developments there. Pretty much every major central bank in the world is at least doing that. Some of them are actually seriously looking at implementing a CBDC. We're really not. We're really just evaluating, the story and what's happening out there. I think it's work that we need to be doing which could be very beneficial down the road, but we don't have on a CBDC. We don't have any plan to. We would need to go to Congress, and we have no plan to do that. No one here has decided that we think it's a good idea yet.
So there you guys have it. Now, everyone's like, oh, well, look the Fed is not going to launch a CBDC. They're not even ready for a CBDC. This is extremely inaccurate. Guys, we already know that they're ready for a CBDC. Executive Order 14067 told us that they were ready and preparing for a CBDC. In fact, they already talked about not only advancing the development and planning of a CBDC, if we go over here to CBDC Tracker, we know that the US actually has 4 CBDC projects under its belt already. We have the Digital Dollar Project, which just recently, this got updated on April 2024 by the Federal Reserve. Financial stability implications of a CBDC. Wait, I thought they weren't even interested in it. I thought they didn't even care about it. I thought they weren't even planning around it. But here, it seems as though they are fully planning this. Even over here, we have financial stability implications of CBDC. You can see all of the individuals tied to this. This just recently got announced. And it's all based on a CBDC. Okay, Project Hamilton also just got recently updated last year on August 2023. Then Project Cedar Phase 2 and Project Ubin Plus. Now, this hasn't gotten updated since May 2023, but all of these are based around CBDC projects. Even the Digital Dollar Project, this got announced in August of 2020. They published some findings of its FooWire trial, which is based on DLT. It's a CBDC. It's a US digital dollar CBDC. Remember what a CBDC is. I keep saying it is a stablecoin issued out by the US government. But they have many projects already tied to it. And even if we go back to September of 2023, examining CBDC and wholesale payments, they were studying this. They already noticed the increasing amount of movement happening towards a CBDC outside of the US. Do you think that the US is dumb? Do you think that the US is sitting here doing absolutely nothing? No, they have been planning this for a while. FedNow is a service that is directly correlated to digital assets, stablecoins, which are CBDCs. They literally are CBDCs. This is paving the way towards the CBDC, regardless of what Jerome Powell is telling us, because listen, we can't trust the Fed. The Fed literally told us that, hey, inflation's going down. Even though CPI doesn't account for the basic necessities. They have been lying to us since day one. We know that going all the way back to March of 2022, they were planning this. They wanted an acceleration. The sanctions against Russia accelerated the BRICS movement on a CBDC and on a digital financial system, going against SWIFT and going against the US dollar. And now we know that the US has also been planning around CBDCs for a very long time. The United States doesn't want you to know this. They don't want you to know this type of information because, again, they want you to think that everything is fine, that they don't even care about a CBDC. We have these politicians now saying like, oh, we're going to ban a CBDC, and Congress even banned central bank digital currency. They banned the term. The term got banned. They did not ban what a CBDC actually is. This is why you need to be reading between the lines, because they're not going to give you the full plan. This is also why I say that the world is truly going to be shocked by what's coming, because we are moving towards a digital system. Everything around us will be digitalized, tokenized. DLT and blockchain is at the core of all of this. Everything leading up to now has been planned. COVID, the pandemic, ushered in digital payments. It caused in-person transactions, cash transactions, to drop heavily so that they could push the digital payments narrative heavily. Stay focused on the target. They are not going to spell it out for you. They're not going to tell you. You need to read between the lines. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.